Hello, YouTube. Welcome to Race Car Fabrication and Restoration. I'm Ronnie Humphrey, as always. Thanks for joining me today. We are close to finishing up our first sway bar bushing. We're going to try to finish the first one up today and then start on the second one. So right along with us, let's see what we can get done. Before we get in there on the lathe, I got to tell you a little bit of an update here. You see there's water on the floor, and you can see the radiator is out of the truck. I got up early this morning and took it to a radiator shop. For some reason, we've got a hole in a radiator. It's a very, very small place, and I hope Blackburn Radiator Service over in Bossier City can fix it. They fixed my race car radiators before for me. But, man, I am so sick of pulling a radiator in and out of this thing. So we got everything done tonight. I came in after church yesterday. I noticed there was water on the floor, and I swept it away. I came in this morning. There's more water on the floor. So I called them. They said, yeah, I'd be glad to look at it. They're going to pressure up. It must be a tiny hole. I don't know if we accidentally got something when we welded that new nipple on the top. Maybe a BB got down there and burned through. I have no idea. But normally that's not the way that works when you're TIG welding. But anyway, we'll find out, and hopefully we'll get some news on that today. But let's see if we get in here and get on this sway bar bushing now and see if we get that finished up. Well, as I was saying there in the intro, somebody confirmed my thoughts about trying to cut this down, and I guess it's okay to grind this off, so we did. I appreciate all the comments there on YouTube. I've got one gentleman that's been very, very helpful and very encouraging, and I appreciate that because I'm not a machinist, but I tell you, I really enjoy working on this. This is a machine, if you don't know, that came from my brother's shop after he passed away a couple years ago, and he was in the process of restoring a 66 Nova, and he used this for machining stuff all the time. It's just a little cheap machine, but for something like this, it's really handy. And we've already got our 1/4 inch here that I wanted, so we're good. We just get this inside board out. We should be in good shape. Hopefully, this is the first one. We'll have to do a second one, and hopefully it'll go a lot faster. All right, I'm going to try to back this out here carefully. And I flipped around and cleaned this side out. And I think according to my measurements here, we should be good to go. So let's see. I'm trying to do this one-handed here. There it is. I know I didn't change anything on the outside at all. For a show truck, I think that's fine. Got our 1/4 inch there. Well, there's one. Got to build a second one now. Okay, with our first one finished up here, we are going to start on the second one. I've already cut it off. It's a lot straighter this time. I actually used a cutoff wheel for most of it, and then we just used a bandsaw and got the rest of it. But boy, that thing got hot. That stuff is tough. It's like cutting steel, but should be some good bushing material, I think. So like I say, we're not racing a truck. It's just a show truck. So this will be fine. So let's see if we can get this face cleaned up, start off on it. All right, I want to check this thing and check it this way, a test fit. We are just almost there. So we'll take a little bit more off, and then we're going to put our center hole in there and then narrow that shoulder up. All right, hopefully this will be our last pass for our final OD of the bushing and ID of the torsion or the sway bar tube. I'm trying to go very, very, very slow because I don't have to go through all this again. But this has really been pretty fun to do. Okay, let's see what we got here. I can do this one-handed. Here we go. I think this last pass did it. We'll see. Hopefully, if not, we'll do it again. Oh man, like a glove. I'm gonna double check this other side just to be safe. There we go. Perfect. All right. We've got to cut this shoulder down and drill the inside of it out. All right, this will be our final length. There we go. Now we got to flip around and cut the shoulder off, narrow it down to 1/4 inch. All right, we got our 1/4 inch here. Take this all the way down, then we'll bore the inside of it out. All right, we got our outside dimensions where we want them now. So we're gonna punch this last hole in here. It's only taken about probably 1/10 of the time it took on the first one. And I think I've done this one in really less than an hour. So I'm pretty pleased. This has been a good learning experience. All right. Now we'll have to machine that. That's going to take a little while. That's a little bit trickier to do the inside, but we'll get that done now. All right, this is our final pass for ID of our bushing and the OD of the sway bar. And there you go. I am so proud of myself and proud of this little machine. I've learned so much for the future. Let's go put these suckers in, see if we can get the sway bar in now. Well, they work perfect except for I've got just a little bit too much width here on my shoulder. I went a little wild on them on purpose. I said I can always cut those down real simple. It won't take 5 minutes to do those. But you see, we don't have enough thread sticking out, so we need to, we'll take it down probably about 3/16, maybe even an 1/8. And we'll cut them down and see if we can get both arms on then. All right, I think this will hopefully give us enough clearance. Take this off now and try it and see what happens. Okay, this is how it works. We're gonna put in there. There it is. Then we put our arm on here. Well, how about that? Is that not freaking awesome? I've done a lot of stuff I'm proud of, but I tell you what, figuring that out was really, really good. We got about 1/8 of an inch on each side now. Our bolts go into the groove on the shaft. And that's perfect, absolutely perfect. Okay, got my wife to help me. It's gonna take 2 people. Okay, pull that bolt out right there. Just push up a little bit. There you go. Because one person can't do both sides at one time. All right. You can stick back in there. Let me raise this side. All right. There it is. There's your nut put on it. I was just telling my wife, I've done lots of things I'm proud of, but this may be one of the neatest things I've ever done to learn how to do this. I appreciate all you guys' help so much. Who gave me some encouragement. And man, I'm just excited. There you go, sway bar is done. Gotta get cleaned up, but it works. Well, I didn't hear anything back from Blackburns on the radiator, so hopefully they'll contact me tomorrow and let me know what they found out. I'm a little worried about that. I need that radiator to work, so we'll cross that bridge tomorrow, but we did get the sway bar bushings done. Appreciate all you guys for the encouragement on that, and I learned something. One thing I do want to tell you, I had that 1/4 inch shoulder on each one. Well, the thing I forgot to do, I went back and checked my math, is a 1/4 inch total. You had to split that in half, go down to 1/8 inch, and I'd put a 1/4 on each side. So my math was correct, except for the fact that I just measured overall width of the tube and the sway bar. Forgot to divide it by 2 because there's 2 different bushings. So I'll know for next time. But appreciate you guys watching as always. Don't forget to hit that like button and that subscribe button. We'll see you next time on Race Car Fabrication and Restoration. God bless you. You take care.